Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
We are officially 1 day away from the NFL draft, and the Lions' future kind of being a little more clear on where this new generation of leadership is going. Good morning to you. My name is Stick. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, and we got a hell of a show planned for you today. Detroit Dog Rescue is back after a couple weeks off, so if you're looking for a dog, we got the hookup on that. We're going to talk about some baseball rule changes that I actually really like. Coney Review Wednesday. That's what we do on Wednesdays. But first, let's introduce you to the cast. To the right of me.
What up, though? It's Corey.
And Corey, you want to fill everybody in on how you feeling right now?
Trash.
So if you notice Corey lagging a little bit today, he had his second COVID shot last night. And he's in slow motion right now. But he's looking clean as hell.
Hey, I try to say, if you don't feel good, try to look good, but didn't work.
Didn't work.
What is it? Is it just more so like weakness in your arm or like full body
The
feeling weak?
arm is fine. I'm just like lethargic as hell. Like I'm just like, I feel like I ran a couple of 5-6 miles, got my ass whooped. I'm just
And that's what happened to you after the first shot too, right?
Yeah, first shot I was first shot lethargic. This is like 5 times that.
Okay. What's up? Hold on. Before we go to you, Fish, I got to introduce Joey to my left.
Hey.
There it is. All right. We have Alex in producer land, and of course, Fish in the Fish Bowl. Hey, Fish, how's it going this morning, buddy?
Well, you're gonna be in. I'm gonna be in for hell next Friday then.
Why?
6 a.m. Getting the second one.
Oh, you are. Okay.
You know what I love about this kid? Dude goes so early just so he doesn't have to miss work.
Yep.
I did. Yeah.
That's why you're the man, Fish.
Literally.
And we're happy to have you back, and we're not missing Fish's facts today. Did you see how many people were pissed that we missed Fish's facts yesterday when we had Rude Jude on?
I did see some of the comments as I was closing up Joey's laptop.
Yeah, they were all like, "Where's Fish?"
Speaking of old videos, bad transition, but I went down the rabbit hole yesterday and watched some of you guys' old videos.
Oh,
It was from Woodward Sports in the
Yeah.
morning show. It was very cool to see the old videos of the transition in the last 4 months and, 16 days.
yeah, it doesn't seem like it day to day that we're like doing a ton of stuff, but then when you go back and look at 4 months ago, it's like, oh my God, we've done a ton of stuff in 4 months. But that's what we want to do here, and it's going to keep going, keep snowballing. We got our big draft party going on tomorrow night at the Del Mar. It's going to be awesome, starting at 7 o'clock. It's a live watch party. You guys are more than welcome to come down. Please actually come down, but let us know so we can put you on the list so you can guarantee entry into this, because I'm feeling it's going to be kind of like opening day. Like, this is going to be a nice big party. Lots of people are going to be there, and it's just going to be an exciting moment for Detroit. So make sure you join us tomorrow night at the Del Mar, downtown Detroit in Greektown.
Is the Del Mar exclusive to us?
It's our party. Yep.
Okay.
It's our party. So we're obviously welcoming everybody we can, but yeah, we want to party with people, and we want everybody. Really, what I want is everybody's reactions. Like, I want to have that live war room type reaction when the Lions announce their pick, or if the Lions move up, showing everybody oh my God, we moved up to 4. Or if they move down, like Corey getting super excited that we moved down and got some extra picks. That's what Corey's waiting on right now.
Or Corey's super excited that we drafted with the number 7 pick, Patrick Surtain.
Don't even play like that.
Yeah, not today, Joey. Not today. Corey's not feeling that.
Not today.
Not today. But for real, it's going to be an awesome time. We invite you to come down and hang out. Maker's Mark is helping us put it on, and they got some specialty cocktails that are going to be down there, like bourbon lemonade and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good time, man. I'm ready for this, and we got some fun things planned with graphics. We got some games we're going to play down there. Joik is going to be down there. He says he wants to play Madden with some people, so we're going to set up a little Madden station. Corey, you are going to dial into the war room essentially, right? And give us reporting.
I guess they're gonna have a link, with whoever the first pick is gonna be. They're gonna have them ready after the selection is made, surely. So I guess we'll be talking.
Nice. So Corey's going to be our insider. Plus, we got some other ex-pros coming down. It's just going to be a good time at the Del Mar. So come on down, have some fun. It starts at 7. I'd suggest getting there a little bit earlier than that, and then you can just sit around and watch the Lions.
And the cool thing is we were on the phone with Maker's Mark yesterday just walking through the event. Obviously there is the certain restriction as far as how many people are allowed, but we still might be able to fit you in if you show up.
Yeah, well, we're gonna work it out. I mean, the Del Mar has an upstairs too, and then we can some patio space. So we got some wiggle room, and we got some room for you if you want to come down Thursday night, tomorrow night, and hang out and watch the Lions. Hopefully, draft our next Hall of Famer. How awesome would that be? And you
I'm
can tell the
feeling
story. I was at the Del Mar when they drafted so and so back in
That'd be dope.
2021. I can't wait to tell that story to my kids.
I just want to tell the story of how we won a playoff game.
Yeah, so.
What? That'd be a hell of a story.
So, yeah, that's going on tomorrow, and it's going to be a good time, so make sure you're down there. And, you know, speaking of Corey getting your second COVID shot, Taylor Decker, this may actually influence the Lions draft. I mean, he announced yesterday that he was not going to get vaccinated, and I know that's been some issue for some. Like the Buffalo Bills said, they're not letting anybody in their stadium if they're not vaccinated. What if it's a player?
Did the NFL come out and say something about that? Or
It's
yet?
not really an NFL mandate at this point, but it's like I said, individual fields and individual organizations are making the stand on it. The Buffalo Bills, one of them. You're not going to be able to go into Bills Stadium this year if you don't have your vaccination.
See, my fear, and I actually saw some rumors about this. I don't think it's true, but they're saying that possibly the NFL is going to make it to where all of its players need to get this vaccine. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that is the case.
Yeah, I don't know how you make that happen, though, you know, because Taylor Decker came out and he said, listen, I agree with it, but it's not right for me. It's not right for my health situation. And honestly, I don't know if he has any underlying health issues that, you know, we're seeing. Corey's our guinea pig. We're literally seeing some effects that come from getting the vaccine. And, you know, to the healthy individual, Corey's probably going to be able to shake it off, we hope, right?
Yeah, I hope. It's kind of but yeah, I mean, when he said it yesterday, you know, it was kind of funny. I'm hearing him say, I'm not getting the vaccine. I'm like, oh, crap, I'm going to go get mine in a couple of hours. And again, if you choose to get the vaccine, cool. If you don't choose to get the vaccine, that's cool. I respect everybody's personal decision. But I'm just curious, what will be the ramifications of him putting that out there? I think that could possibly affect what the Lions do. They could go ahead and draft Sewell. But thing is, he already said that he'll be welcome for the Lions to bring more linemen in there. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like what each individual organization is going to do because, like I said, the Bills have already come out and made their stand. So what if they're, you know, what if Josh Allen was like, you know what, I'm not getting the vax? Are they not going to let him in the stadium? Like, hell no. They're going to let his ass in the stadium. These are star quarterback. He's going to play. So there's going to be cases that I think people not change their view, but accept different views on.
And he's smart for coming out and saying that now because I'm sure soon enough, if nobody said anything like that, that the NFL would come out saying, oh, it's required that all players get this. And now he came out and said that already, and I'm sure more are going to follow up with that.
Yeah, the only thing I really hate about this is, like, I think our offensive line is trending up. And if Taylor Decker, like, if this becomes an NFL issue and it stunts the growth of this line, like, say we draft a, you know, Penny Sewell.
Look at this, the best
Taylor
receiver we got.
Yeah, see, and he's a great wide receiver. He could be a new tight end for us. But no, that's really my only concern is down the road. If this turns into Decker can't play, and you know this turns into him versus the league and all that stuff, it's going to be detrimental to the Lions. So hopefully, that leans them towards drafting a lineman, which is what I want to begin with. But do you think this pushes them in that way tomorrow?
I think if they were going to draft a lineman, they're gonna if they want a lineman, they're gonna draft them regardless of what Decker says. But I just think it is something that you got to keep your eye on because he did put it out there.
Yeah. His teammate, the new guy that we signed, Alex Anzalone, he had an interesting statement, and I thought it sounded like kind of like a little backhand to him. It said, let's see, where is it? I come from a family of doctors. My dad is a doctor. My brothers are doctors. They got fully vaccinated, I think, back in December. And I think I don't judge anyone for getting vaccinated. Obviously, it would be nice to be part of the solution. But if you're feeling otherwise, like I was like, ooh.
So I want, you know what? I wonder, was that like a conversation amongst all the players? Because when they were speaking to the media, Alex spoke before Taylor.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder if that was just something that they kind of all behind the closed doors know where everybody's thinking about the vaccine and whatnot.
And I love that he starts it out by saying, my family's all doctors
Right.
and we've all been vaccinated. If you come from that background, you believe in science way more than the rest of us, because for the rest of us, all we do is we hear what the media is saying, and we hear about Johnson & Johnson blood clots and this and that and that. So it's different when you're a doctor coming into something like this.
Yeah, the part that was interesting, though, is it'd be nice to be part of the solution, but if you feel otherwise, and it's like, I don't think Taylor Decker's feeling like he doesn't want to be part of the solution.
Right.
He said it just wasn't for him, and that's the stance that really is kind of, I don't know. If I'm a teammate with somebody, I'm gonna be like, dude, if you have something to say, just say it, man. You don't have to do backhanded quotes in the media.
It's like when somebody doesn't wear a mask properly and someone shames them and they say, you're the problem. That's
Right.
exactly what that he just did.
Well, I mean, you know what? I get both sides of it. But the thing about it is, I think both sides of whoever, whether you're for the vaccine or not, just be able to respect everybody's personal decision.
Right.
That's what it is at the end of the day. There are people who don't want to get vaccinated. They have a reason to not want to be. It's not FDA approved. So if they don't feel comfortable about doing it before that reason, it's their right.
Yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see if it affects the draft at all. I don't think it will, but everything right now could affect the draft. And
Yeah.
I mean, we're literally like, 30 hours away right now, a little more than that, 30 hours away from the draft. And whew, man, so much can change in the next 30 hours. Like we've seen, Tunsil, all of a sudden he gets a video released of him taking a bong rip, and he went from being like a top 5 pick to dropping all the way down, and then eventually he got traded by the Dolphins. But regardless, like these next 24 to 30 hours are so crucial to these young men's future, period. Whatever comes out in the next 30 hours is massive. Could cost them millions. Or it could make them millions.
Just hopefully you don't have a whole ass stepdad like Laramie Tunsil, because I was just weak.
Can you imagine that? Like your stepdad releases a video of you right before the draft.
The weirdest story in the world.
It is weird.
Something must have happened. Something must have happened like literally hours before. Because why would you just fumble the bag at the final hour?
I don't know. I really don't know. Especially if you're related to him. It's like, oh, that's costing you money down the road, is it? Or unless Tunsil's like, listen, when I make it, you ain't getting shit. He's like, all right, fine. Sends a video out to the press.
We're all looking at you, Joey.
Listen, all I want to do is I want to send a message out to Anthony and George, because I get to see them today for lunch, and there's no lunch better than when you get to see your boys from 8 Mile Vodka. And I also want to let you know that it's my birthday tomorrow, so maybe some presents. I'm just kidding. It's not really my birthday. But
I was going to say, it's your
No,
birthday.
it's not.
I thought
It's not.
When
I
is
just-
your birthday?
July 6th.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it started with a J.
I'm just trying to get them to give me more free bottles. I love when they give me bottles of 8 Mile Vodka. But I want you to support this Born in Detroit company, 8 Mile Vodka. They have the smoothest vodka, and I'm not even a vodka drinker, but when you drink this stuff right here, it is so smooth, and you got to love it. So try it for yourself and support this locally owned Detroit business right now. It's sold at Meijer, sold at a lot of local liquor stores across Metro Detroit. So make sure you treat yourself to some 8 Mile.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network. And Corey, you got some breaking news coming through?
Yeah, just reading from NFL Network. Antonio Brown is back to the Bucks, 1 year, $3.1 million.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, good deal for them.
I mean, Brady wasn't lying when he said he wanted that whole band back together.
And they found a way to make it happen. So, I mean, I think that was the only place you could really have him, because Tom Brady, I think, is the only guy who can kind of like keep AB on that leash. So, smart move.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I hate when teams win a Super Bowl and they all break up and go their separate ways and you never see it again. Like, you always want to give it another chance with the same team, but it hardly ever happens because, you know, people want to cash in on that success. But I'm glad they re-signed Godwin or franchise tagged him. Gronk coming back, AB coming back. So on offense, they're looking just as stacked as ever, and you're getting another year of Keyshawn Vaughn being a little bit better than his rookie season. You got Leonard Fournette. Defense still looks scary. I mean, they got to be the favorites to win the Super Bowl next year.
I know you say you don't like when teams separate a little bit after winning a Super Bowl, but if that meant Ndamukong Suh can leave and come back to Detroit, sign me up.
Yeah, he's staying there.
I know.
He's staying.
I know.
I mean, but last year, I mean, in 8 games, 4 starts, AB had 45 receptions for 483 yards and 4 TDs. If he's not going to play a full season, he's going to be a very key factor.
Yeah, especially they didn't really pick up in that offense till midway through the season. Like Brady didn't really understand what Arians wanted, and Arians really didn't understand how to use Brady till that season progressed. So now that all the parts are back and they get more chance to figure it out, it's going to be scary. I do not want to try to defend the Bucs. We don't have to play them this year, do we?
Not that I saw.
Whew, thank goodness, because you saw that game last year, and it did not turn out well for the home team.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
Corey was one of like 10 people in the whole stadium that game.
Yeah.
Every time you look up, touchdown. Damn. At one point, I thought Brady was going to break the record for most passing yards in the game.
It could have happened.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Peyton Manning break the touchdown record against us in the first half. What was that, like, when was that, 2014 or something? That was just a brutal game. Peyton had like 6 touchdowns in the first half. Awful football. Can't wait to make it better tomorrow. But a player that you actually broke the news about the other day, and now, things are starting to heat up around him. Julio Jones. The Falcons are looking to trade him. Here's some great footage of Julio playing defense. Look at this. Just hawking people. Bam! And then here he is chasing down the Lions. But either way, Julio Jones could be on the move. If you're the Lions, do you even consider this?
No. That cap hit, they don't need it. They don't need the cap hit. I mean, Julio's getting paid so much money. I don't even know what it would take to even acquire Julio. Just continue to go ahead with this rebuild, be a bad team, acquire draft picks. Julio is for a team that's trying to win right now. The Lions do not need to win right now.
Yeah, but we're talking about drafting a wide receiver. And if you could get a Julio Jones instead of anybody on the board, really, outside of Jamar Chase, I'd take Julio Jones over everybody.
But Julio's getting older. He's he's not been the most healthy over the past several seasons. I just don't think that you give up any type of assets for an aging receiver when you're trying to rebuild your team. I think you just go ahead and commit to the full rebuild.
What's up, Fish?
Corey Wood should get national recognition because he just beat out ESPN for presenting the breaking news by about 5 minutes.
Nah,
That's right.
That's their app.
So he should get national recognition because they're now just showing it on the screen that Antonio Brown's signed a deal.
Little late there, Sal
pal.
pal.
Yeah, a little late, ESPN. Good job, Corey Woods.
Sorry, Woj. Whatever the hell.
ESPN app is always generally just so slow for some reason. I don't know
TikTok
why.
Mikey, what's up?
I don't want to be that guy, but I had Julio in fantasy, and he was out, like, he was questionable, like, pretty much all season, right? So my question is, what is his trade value even? Like, if you're the Falcons and you're taking a call knowing he's got injury risk, who would you even, like, think you'd offer? A couple second-rounders? Probably not a first.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I think they're just trying to clear up cap space. So if somebody could take on his salary structure, I think that would really help out the team because this year he's scheduled to make $15.3 million, 11.5 next year, 11.5 the year after. So you're looking for somebody to take on a 3-year, $38 million contract.
Nah, Julio will be like 35 by the time that contract is over.
Right. So you're looking for somebody that's close, like this close to making the Super Bowl, or they think they're a wide receiver away and they have this small window for this year and next, and you're hoping. But
I think a great spot for him would be somewhere like New England.
Yes.
I think if he went there with Cam,
Green Bay, man,
they could do some damage real quick.
Green Bay would be nasty.
That'd be scary.
Green Bay. Let's not even joke about that because him and Green Bay would just that would make me very, very sad. Right now I'm just lethargic. You don't want to see me sad.
You don't want to see me. You don't want to see Eeyore Corey.
Watch the Chiefs find a way to get this dude. I swear to God. Watch the Chiefs.
I mean, I could
that would be
see
the
that they
definition
don't
of
have a big possession wide receiver.
That'd be the definition. You're gonna have Julio, Hill, and Kelsey.
Jesus. It's like a Madden lineup after you make a bullshit trade.
Right.
Yeah.
Soup up everybody's attributes on the game and all that.
Right. Well, looking at Julio's stats, like the one thing that stood out for me is he has the most reception yards per game in NFL history, and it's not even close. He's sitting at 95.5 yards. Kelvin, number 2 at 86.1. Michael Thomas, number 3 at 85 flat. Antonio Brown, who you just mentioned, breaking news, re-signing with Tampa Bay, 84.5. And then Odell Beckham is 5th on that list at 83.3 yards a game. I was shocked at that list, honestly. Like, there are no...
That he was so high? Or that
no,
everyone
just
else?
that out of all of them, only Kelvin's the only one that's not active. And they're all, like, current names. Like, there's nobody on this list, and I know that NFL has changed to more of a passing dynamic league, but it's just so crazy that literally nobody on this list played before the 2000s.
I mean, it's like basketball with 3-pointers and whatnot.
Right.
Now. You're starting to see more of it. It's weird. It's just that's how these games are starting to transition now. I mean, hearing that right there makes me want to go wide receiver in this draft, honestly.
Really?
It really does, because you look at how important it is to at least have a weapon like that. I mean, yeah, we got Hockenson, but as far as wide receivers right now, outside of Cephas, we don't really have much.
The Lions don't have a number 1 receiver. They just have a bunch of guys.
Exactly.
Just call it what it is. The Lions have to draft that big play receiver because you're investing in Jared Goff for at least the next 2 years. Or at least you should, because they shouldn't be trying to get out of the contract after the season. Go ahead and invest in Goff the next 2 years. Draft the wide receiver in one of the first 2 rounds. I mean, they don't necessarily have to go in the first round because there is still some talent in the second round. You got Kadarius Toney from Florida. I mean, Joe Clack called him a Madden type player. You also have Terrace Marshall from LSU. You don't necessarily have to get Jamar Chase. So, like, if you get a Penei Sewell in the first round, then you can kind of go back and get a Terrace Marshall or a Kadarius Toney in the second. That's kind of playing it really smart, but definitely have to get a wide receiver within the first 2 rounds. It's going to be some talent there.
There's a lot of talent coming up after the top 3. You know, you got your top 3. You got your Devontae Smith, your Jamar Chase, and then, of course, Jalen Waddle. But outside of that, you know, you got Moore, who's a hell of a receiver, Elijah Moore that I'm talking about out of Mississippi State. And then going down the board, you got Rashard Bateman, who I absolutely love. Like, that is a guy that I would love to see in a Lions uniform. And you could just keep going. You know, St. Brown is a hell of a wide receiver that you could probably steal late second round maybe, and, you know, trade back and get that guy in the second round. So, and if you look at all the wide receivers drafted in the first round, it's not really an impressive list compared to what's been drafted in the second and third.
Yeah, and also, too, if you just want to, like you said, if you want to go later and you want to do some hometown cooking, you can go get Dwayne Eskridge from Western Michigan, or you can go get Nico Collins from U of M.
He's been great now, too.
So those are some guys that you don't necessarily have to go grab a wide receiver in the first round, but later in the draft, maybe trade one of those third-round picks and move up to another pick in the second round and grab one of those guys. There's a lot of different ways. And as I'm writing on the story right now, this is Brad Holmes' real first impression. Like, all the other stuff they've done in the offseason, it's nice, it's cute. Tomorrow's the real audition.
Right.
It's crazy you mentioned Nico Collins, because honestly, when he was playing with Michigan, I never thought that he was that great. And then now all of a sudden you start to dive in and you start to see his stats, because Michigan football was just so bad that you didn't really look at it as
Nico was a bad boy. This Jim Harbaugh couldn't figure out the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
They've had the receivers.
Similar to Donovan Peoples-Jones. Like, Jones has all the skills. You saw it when he got some run in Cleveland. Like, he's pro-ready and he could actually play. But Michigan just doesn't put out those top-end wide receivers because, like you said, they don't use them like they used Braylon back in the day, you know?
Literally, there's no one that you could go back. I mean, Mario Manningham, besides them, really, who was there?
Like I said, I would have fired Jim Harbaugh for screwing up DPJ, Tariq Black, and Ronnie Bell on one team.
They made Tariq Black leave and go to Texas.
Right.
How you don't figure that out? That will always bug me how they did not figure out how to use all 3 of those. guys.
We got to give a shout out to everybody commenting on YouTube and Facebook and, of course, Twitter and Twitch. We're live on all those platforms right now, and Alex is throwing up comments as we're talking. Jake said he wanted Waddle or Smith, knowing Chase would probably be gone. It's a smart move. I'd probably like the OT or look for a lesser-known guy in the later rounds. And I think that's the strategy. Take your offensive tackle in the first round and get one of those high reward guys in the second round. We just can't be reaching. Like that's the thing I really want to stress is we cannot get into a Jelani Tavai situation where we're reaching for a player that nobody has on their board. Like we can wait to find these guys.
And we have Brad Holmes, who scouted 25 Pro Bowlers with the Rams. They have John Dorsey in there. Two of those guys have got to be able to figure out something. I mean, even if the previous regime could. And like you said, you can find guys in later rounds. Kenny Galladay wasn't a first-round pick. He was a third-round pick. So there are guys that you can find in the later rounds that can be weapons, and they definitely need to invest in some weapons and protection for Jared Goff.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna find out tomorrow what it's gonna be. I can't wait, man. I wanted to do a whole draft show today, but I figured, you know what? If we do all draft today and all draft tomorrow, like it's gonna be a little bit of overload. But tomorrow we're gonna do another overload.
There's no such thing as overload in these couple of hours. Might as well just go draft heavy right now.
Honestly,
because comes next week. You know what? You really don't even stop talking about the draft until maybe like a week after it.
yeah, you get like a 2-week hangover, for sure. Because now it's all like projecting what it's going to be and how it's going to turn out. And honestly, like we've done all these mocks, we really haven't talked about second and third round picks. It's only been what we're going to do with the number 7 pick. And those second, third, and fourth rounders are just as important.
Some of those probably after the fourth round is when you kind of started like, okay, these guys might be like rotation players, whatever. But in those first 3 rounds, you can get starters.
And that's the thing, though. You look at second and third round, like, yeah, it's important, but you can't sit here and actually analyze every single player and draw it out that far in the draft. The first round, especially for Lions fans, because we're always so high on the draft board every year, that it's easier for us.
And Brad Holmes did mention that during the press conference. He said this is different for him scouting this high because he's not used to it. So that's
a winner mentality. I like that.
Well, I think we're going to do a game down at the draft party at Del Mar in Greektown tomorrow where if you can guess correctly the first 10 picks, you're going to win a prize.
Can we extend that over to social media as well?
You want to do that?
I think it'd be a cool contest.
We could open it up. Do you think we should do more than the top 10, though, if we're going to do it for social media as well? Like, if you can name the top 15 picks?
15. 15
yeah. I wouldn't want to
fair.
go more than 15 because that's damn near impossible if you get past that.
We've all talked about the top 15 possible candidates on this draft now.
Right.
That's fun. I want to do that.
So if you can name every draft, if you can pick them in order, the top 15, we're going to hook you up with a prize. We'll figure that out. We'll think about the prize after the show today, and we'll announce it tomorrow on the show.
I like this.
Yeah. It's kind of like our perfect bracket challenge, but a little bit different. It's the perfect draft challenge.
And this is only getting 15, right, as opposed to getting all 60. How many games is it?
64.
60, yeah, 64 teams.
Yeah, or 63 games. It's 63 games. Yeah. Because the last one makes it an odd number. But yeah, let's do that. So start thinking about it. Who do you want in your draft 1 through 15? And really think about what these teams are going to do. Because Scott Bischoff, our draft expert, who's going to be on with Bell and Baligian tomorrow, he put out his first top 10 mock draft. And some of the picks all over the place, man. All over the place. And we saw yesterday that CBS mock draft where they had Patrick Surtain going to Detroit. Never seen that before, but it could happen. So these things are very tough to predict, and once you get one wrong, it changes everything too.
Once you get that one wrong, it changes everything. It's like a whole freaking domino effect. I'm like,
right. That wide receiver totally changed up. So yeah, if you think you can name all 15 of the first picks before they happen, obviously before they happen, all of this has to be submitted before the draft. We're gonna hook you up with an awesome prize.
The hardest one's gonna be Justin Fields. I've seen him 3. I've seen him 4. I've seen him not even top 10.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the hardest one for me to predict.
And same thing with Sewell. I think Sewell's going to be a tough one to predict because a lot of people think he may be going to Miami now. Like, that's been the hot talk that I've heard. I'm interested in the Lions taking him if the Lions want to take him. The Bengals should take them, but they're going to Bengal, so we can always count on them to screw up the draft.
But people are even saying I'm going to take Slater over Panay.
Yeah, that's Adam.
This is crazy. I'm seeing that around on a few more.
No, it is great. Like that, Adam's been right about two things about this draft so far: Zach Wilson and Slater.
See, but Slater was a recent one, so I'm not even going to give that to him. I'm going to
give it to him. He
the
was right
Zach
about
Wilson one is freaking impressive.
Yeah, the Zach Wilson one blew my mind. Like, literally 3 months ago, Adam's like, I like this guy, Zach Wilson. If we could get him in, like, the 3rd round, I think the Lions are onto something. Next thing you know, dude's going to be the 2nd overall pick. Just crazy.
I'm blaming it on COVID.
I'm blaming it on Adam for getting the word out. He should have never said anything to anybody about Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Nobody would have ever known. It's Adam's fault.
He's from Dearborn, too. Word gets around out there, and then all of a sudden, boom, Robert Saleh hears about it.
Right? And look at what happened. Saleh's going to draft him. Thanks a lot, Adam. Could have had him in the later rounds. Talking all that shit in Dearborn. Well, I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm really excited. Fish, I know that you don't love the drafts, but my goal is to get you excited for the NFL draft tomorrow.
I'll try my best. I will try.
Am I wearing on you a little bit? Are you getting a little more excited, a little more intrigued?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I can feel the excitement from you guys, which is cool.
See, but we've been talking so much, and this is the first time he's really going to watch it, that his expectations are going to be all the way here.
It's all right, man, because as soon as the Lions make their pick, I'm either going to be jumping up and down or I'm going to be flipping fucking tables.
Yeah.
So there's going to be no in between. I'm not just going to be like...
I'm just, for Lions fans, for you to flip a freaking table, they have to do something so stupid. Like, I think they have to actually try to mess this up. No, really. There has to be a concerted effort to blow this pick.
It's going to be like trading the number 7 for Julio Jones and a 3rd rounder next year. Like, that would drive me insane.
Hey, can we do a bet amongst us 3 for this draft?
There we go. I would be happy about that. With the number 7 overall pick, Ryan says this: the Lions select Fish. Hell yeah.
I wouldn't be a very good football player, but I'd be I don't know, motivational speaker maybe? I don't know.
Oh, I would love a Fish locker room
Let's
speech.
have a great game, guys.
Yeah, can you give us a little locker room speech right now? Pretend we're in the Super Bowl, Fish.
All right.
Me, Joey, and Corey, we're ready to suit up and play. Let's hear your speech.
All right. This is it. Where are we playing? Just choose a random city.
We'll go Pittsburgh.
All right, Pittsburgh. All right, that's it. We're in Pittsburgh. This is the moment. You're going to go out there in front of 67,000 people, 80,000 people, whatever the stadium holds.
Hell yeah.
You're going to go out there. You're going to see the Heinz logo, the ketchup. Don't eat the ketchup. That's just the logo. You're going to go out there, and you're going to beat, who are we playing? Chargers. We're playing the Chargers. They've been not very good over the past couple years, but they've been storming ahead of us, and we got to beat the Chargers. And we're going to play some good football. 4 quarters. 15 minutes each. We're going to show them what we got. We got a good quarterback, good running back, good offensive line, good defensive line. We're going to win this game.
Yeah!
60 minutes.
Let's go get them! Super Bowl, baby!
60 minutes, hopefully not 70.
There we go. Yeah, no overtime. We killed them in real time, right, Fish?
Oh, actually, Super Bowl overtime 75 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So
Fun
it's
fact.
15.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
hopefully not
Mess up with them fun
75.
facts early.
Thank you, Fish. Now I'm all fired up and I'm ready to go play in a Super Bowl.
When can we get to the Super Bowl? 2028?
The Lions?
Yeah.
2024, 25. That's what I'm looking for. 3 years to peak. That's what I'm hoping for.
Super Bowl in 3 years. I'm gonna let you know right now. If they do the Super Bowl in 3 years, I don't care where it's at. I'm out there freaking Detroit jet my ass there.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, we're there for sure. So, you ready for tomorrow, Joey?
I am.
You ready for tomorrow, Corey?
I hope so.
Heck yeah.
We got to all pick our picks as for who we think they're going to take. And the losers got to do something.
Okay, so we'll be a part of that perfect draft pick.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, the perfect draft pick. That's what we're going to call it. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's do this. We got Joey's news coming up next, and lots of fun stuff happened in the news yesterday, didn't it, Joey?
There was a lot of crazy stuff going down.
We're going to talk about it next on the Woodward Sports Network.
Ridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts. What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink. Ooh, look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for summer.
Let's go.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
McGregor making the news yesterday, selling a majority stake in his Irish whiskey brand Proper 12 for about $600 million. Sheesh.
I ain't fighting again.
This
It's my
guy
ass, Dana White.
started this just under 3 years ago, and Proximo is the company who owns Jose Cuervo. They are the buyers of this on the deal. But, man, that is a big move right there.
Hey man, if he goes back into the octagon, that he just really loves his work. Because if I sell my company, if I acquire 600 million anything, I'm traveling for the rest of my life, just flat out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, damn, 600 mil.
That's the thing about these guys. They blow through that money so damn fast.
You ain't gonna blow through. What the hell are you gonna blow through 600 mil in your lifetime on?
Whiskey.
Just buy more whiskey.
But
I mean, that is generational changing.
Yeah.
Like, he just set the McGregor clan up for ever.
And that's the thing. He already did because he's already made so much money throughout his career. But now, $600 million.
So Dana White is gonna have to give him a sizable bag for him to get back in the octagon.
How much is the UFC worth?
I can't remember. I do remember. I can't
Oh, it's
remember.
worth $4 billion.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Dana White still got the one up on him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
at the
but
same
not
time,
that much, though, when you think
No,
about it.
he got the one up on him, but Dana got to give him a bag to get back in there octagon. I'm not about to go back in there for no pennies.
yeah. Well, I don't think
have to.
Connor's really taken a cheap fight in forever, and you know he went and did some boxing. He went and had some fun over there. But damn, $600 million, all for some liquor. And it's honestly, I got to admit, I drink it during the UFC fights. It's a good whiskey, and I drink whiskey. Like, I'm normally a Jack Daniels guy, but
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll mess with some Proper 12. It's really good.
Taylor Decker, breaking news yesterday, said that he is growing a mullet. What went down on that for real? I want to hear, because all I saw was Twitter going off about how Taylor Decker is growing a mullet. Did you hear that yesterday on the conference, Corey?
I didn't hear that. I must have missed the part about the mullet. I was too busy typing out about the vaccine thing.
Yeah, so like right after that, they were saying he dropped that one out there. But yeah, he also said that he is not getting vaccinated, and quote unquote, he said, "I have my reasons. Me personally, I don't feel like it's going to be the best thing for me." And you got to respect his opinion. But also, he was asked on his thoughts on Dan Campbell, and he said, "I love his mindset, approach. I'm excited to play for him," and that's what I'm most excited about, is just all these players coming out saying how excited they are because they're inside the locker room with him. They're seeing him more than we're just hearing about this in the news. So Dan Campbell definitely getting the whole squad ready.
That's been the general consensus of. That was kind of the general consensus of all the players that spoke yesterday. Alex Anazone, Taylor Decker, Breshad Perriman, and Trey Flowers. They were all saying that Dan is the vibe they're getting from Dan and the whole coaching staff is everybody is truly dedicated to changing the culture of the Lions, and they're not even speaking on what happened last year. So we're about to see what's about to happen.
Antonio Brown back with the Buccaneers. Corey just broke this. Breaking news a little bit ago. Signing back with the Bucs, a 1-year, $3.1 million deal.
That's a good deal. He's a productive wide receiver, like we said, 4th all-time in reception yards per game at 84.5. That's crazy to think about. Like, I didn't really put him up that high.
AB is an ass, but he is a damn good football player. It's just like all that stuff. He's kind of like, he kind of reminds me of, he's almost like football's Rodman.
Okay, I can see that.
Like he draws so much attention to himself, so much controversy, but when you get on the field, he doesn't cheat the game.
And that's the thing, like when you hear these stats, I didn't really realize that he was doing that well because you hear so much all this other stuff about him just causing so much havoc. But dude's out there balling out, and that's going to be a good thing to have for the Bucs to go for that repeat.
Yep. Fire up chips. You went to Central, Joey.
Yeah.
You ever party at Central?
Yeah, that was actually like my first college party I ever did.
Really?
Yeah. Freshman year of college, I went out there for a Halloween party.
No, man. God, I miss Halloween parties.
That's the one school I didn't party at.
Really?
Never.
Ooh,
Never.
you missed out, Corey.
What do you mean you missed out? We're going this year
What?
to CMU.
Yeah, but it ain't the same.
I'm about to be okay. I'm about to be 35 now. That's not like partying in undergrad.
Right. It's not
don't
when I
matter.
was 17 on my own for the first
It
time.
doesn't matter.
Hell yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Matters a
We'll go
little bit.
party with the basketball. But never mind. Wait, no, it's the football team.
Yeah, the football guy.
Okay, we ain't going with the football. No football parties for us. The Detroit Tigers are back, and they finally got a W, beating the Chicago White Sox 5-2 yesterday. This is our first win in 6 games, and this last stretch was not good. Nico Goodrum with the go-ahead home run. You see the score there, tied 2-2 in the 7th.
He busted his ass.
Yep.
And Miggy also got a home run,
Yeah.
489.
So 11 more?
11 more.
Oh, we're on home run watch, man. Like, honestly, that's what's going to save the Tigers season this year is hoping
Yes.
Miggy hits these milestones. Outside of that, there's really not much going on the field. I mean, obviously, Badu had a hot start. He's kind of come back to earth after that. But, yeah, if Miggy can get close to that 500 home run mark and it takes place at home, to me, that's the only time you're going to see Comerica Park packed this year if they get allowed to pack Comerica Park.
Especially
But
once they like 497 or something, people are going to start like, all right, it's happening
yeah,
this game.
Yeah, no, and you never know. He could have a multi-home run game, and so you got to start paying attention because every at bat is going to start being important in history, and I love that. Like to me, that's the magical part about baseball is when they're chasing milestones and how they catch them. Because like in football, let's see, when Emmitt Smith broke the rushing leader, it was like on a 7-yard off tackle play. It wasn't anything spectacular. If you break the receiving record, it's usually just a quick out or something, a slant or something. In baseball, to break the home run record, you got to hit a home run. It's got to be a big moment. So that's why I love baseball.
So keeping it on baseball, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays had a career night, 3 home runs and 7 RBIs against the Nationals yesterday.
Damn.
3 home runs and 7 RBIs.
See, that could be Miggy.
Exactly.
Right.
So let it get to 497, and then you better be there at Comerica.
It's off Scherzer, too, man. I miss Scherzer. God, I miss that rotation of Verlander, Scherzer, Porcello. Oh, how did we piss that away? How? Somebody, anybody?
What was that 2012?
It was that era, that run. And then we had David Price, too. Oof. God, how? Just how? Damn bullpen.
Can't always keep winning,
Right.
sadly. The NFL Network asked Kyle Pitts if he has been in contact with the 49ers and what his reaction would be if he got drafted, and this is what he had to say.
Right, that was a month ago. Kyle, have you talked to the 49ers since then?
No, I have not.
Okay. What does that mean? Would it surprise you? Because I know you've heard this. You're laughing. I know you've heard that there are some who think that the 49ers are just messing with us. They have George Kittle, but they also have Jimmy Garoppolo. They don't need the quarterback right now. That, Kyle, they went up to get you. Would it surprise you if you're the 49ers pick?
I'll say it's half and half. It was surprising, but it was definitely surprising because it's a lot of great quarterbacks in the draft, and I think the first 4 picks will be quarterbacks. But if I do get the chance to be drafted at 3rd, I don't even know. That'll be too crazy. That'll be really exciting. I don't know what'll happen. I just think my heart just fall out my chest.
Because you and George Kittle might be the best 12 personnel package anyone's ever put on the field.
I can agree with you on that.
At least he's humble.
I like his personality, though. Like, that would be nasty. Yeah, he's super awkward.
Yeah.
That would be nasty.
Come to Detroit.
Right, him and Hawk, even better.
I mean, I've seen it to where he's fallen to 7, and if he falls to 7, I'm not going to be mad if they select Kyle Pitts.
That would be crazy.
That'd be great.
If they select Kyle Pitts, that might be the first Lions jersey I buy.
Really?
I think he would be great here, but I don't think he's gonna come here because he ain't gonna be available.
Yeah, no, I don't see him slipping past. Really, if Atlanta, the only way he slips down is if Atlanta decides to go quarterback, and then
Which I think they will.
Yep, and then you got the Bengals. They go wide receiver, and then Miami would have to go wide receiver or offensive tackle. It's a possibility. It's there.
I would love it. I would love to see it.
It's a possibility.
He's just one of those that he's so good that if you have that opportunity to get him, that you got to take him.
Yeah.
Even if that's not really the need, he will fit in.
He's another guy, though, who's jumped up the board. Like, you know, when we first started talking about the NFL draft, he was hinted towards, but now he's become the man. Like, outside any of the quarterbacks, he should be the first player taken off the board.
I know a lot of us have our opinions about Shannon Sharp, especially when it comes to basketball. But I think when it comes to tight ends, I think he may know a thing or two about tight ends. And he's, personally talked to Kyle Pitts, and he says that he thinks Kyle Pitts is going to be one of the best prospects. He's the best prospect at that position since around his time.
Yeah, I mean, he's grading out a lot like Calvin. Like, that's really his comparable.
And that's crazy to think.
He's
at
2
that
inches
position,
taller.
right?
Yep. And that's
that
it.
speed, man, that speed.
Oh, he's got the speed. He's got the hands. He's got the agility. He's got the jumping. He has all the measurables. Can he translate it to the NFL game? And every indication is pointing to yes.
So one of the nicest dudes in the NBA, in my opinion, Boban Marjanovic.
Yeah, Boban.
This guy got ejected for a flagrant 2 last night on former Wolverine Jordan Poole. And I get pissed. Look at this. He just went for a block. Like, I get so mad at how soft these calls are. I get it. He had a hard fall. But you try going up against 7 foot. How tall is he?
Who, Boban? He's like
Yeah.
7'2".
And they gave him the flagrant 2 and got ejected on this. Play it back one more time from the top.
Take it from the top. And they were beating that ass last night. Like, Dallas went on like a 28-0 run against them.
How is that a flagrant 2?
Dude.
It's just a big boy, though.
Imagine going up for a
I
layup
know.
and your whole head winds up in Boban's armpit.
Look how nice. He turns into a freaking doctor there trying to help you.
Play that one more time, Alex, because look at his head gets stuck in his armpit. And you know how sweaty that is when you're playing basketball? Look at this. Ugh. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I think it would have been a flagrant 2 if he wasn't trying to go for the basketball, but he's clearly trying to block the shot. Just Boban is a big dude.
He's a big guy, man.
And Fish, last story I get to talk about the Major League Soccer. Toronto FC was at a training session in Orlando when they noticed this.
What is it?
Freaking alligator.
Oh, my God.
Imagine seeing it like that. That's one thing about Florida that I hate. Like, all my boys always go out there to golf, but you see all these alligator stories, and I'm like, I cannot take chances at seeing an alligator. And then this crazy dude's going back to go hang out with the alligator.
I mean, they're pretty fast. Like, they're soccer players. They can run from the alligator.
Not that golf cart.
Alligators are just crazy to me because they're dinosaurs. Like, people don't believe in dinosaurs. It's a dinosaur. That's an alligator. It's a dinosaur.
And
So
you
are
see
turtles.
The teeth. You see the teeth and how big that mouth is.
Yeah. You ever had a run-in on a golf course with any exotic animals?
I've never been on a golf course.
You've never been on a golf course?
Not really.
Corey, have you ever been on a golf course?
Been on a golf course, but I haven't ran with any exotic animals.
So I
What
was
have you ran
golfing
with?
in St. Kitts. I don't know if you've ever heard of an island called St. Kitts, but I went down there when I was like 15, 16 years old. Fish has heard of it. Fish, you've heard of St. Kitts?
I have heard of St. Kitts.
It's a nice place,
I watch
man.
international sports, so I know a lot of countries no one would even know that's a country.
Yep, it is a country.
And I know that because they play soccer.
Oh, nice.
They're not very good, but
Well, they got like 7 people on the island.
yeah, they participate in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. They always get knocked down like the first or second round, but they play.
That's awesome. Well, me and my dad went golfing, and you had to get up early and go golfing when in those hot climates. You got to get out there around 6 a.m. Before the sun hits. And I hit a drive. It's right on the fairway. We're driving the golf cart. You're coming over the hill, expecting to see your ball there.
That's a good sound effect.
A monkey stole my ball.
What?
A literal monkey ran out onto the golf course, grabbed my ball, and ran into the woods with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like it was the craziest thing to have a monkey and he looked right at me too. Like he knew what was going on.
That's awesome.
I think that monkey was selling golf balls on the side. That was his hustle, man. Like he figured it out. I'm gonna steal these balls from all these tourists.
I want to see a monkey so bad. I
Go
love
to the zoo.
monkeys. I know, but I want to like hold one. Like the zoos out in Florida, they let you hold them, play with them, all that.
You know, hire the exotic zoo.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to Africa, Australia. You'll find some monkeys.
Adam knows the guy in Florida, the exotic zoo guy in Florida. He'll bring you monkeys. He'll bring
For
you
real?
koalas.
There's one here.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, the one that got the kangaroo and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of our
Kangaroo,
old
he
interns' fiance actually.
Really?
He got
Yeah.
kangaroo, lynx, turtle.
You guys down to try to tell him to bring one in?
Yeah, I'm down to. I love kangaroos.
What he had? Lemurs. He has everything.
The kangaroo's the one that went viral for
Is it a
him, though.
kangaroo or is it a wallaby?
No, it's a kangaroo.
Oh, it's a full grown?
Yeah, that one that was like running around Detroit, like that was his. I'm serious.
And then that when he had that big ass snake though, I was just like, I'm straight, because they wrapped it because my pastor had it for his son's birthday, and he had the pastor put the snake around his neck, and then it's this scene that wrap around his leg. I'm like, I'm straight. Man.
That's I don't do snakes. That's
I don't
one
do
thing.
snakes. Oh, what up, fish?
I did want to say I did see an exotic animal on the golf course once. It was me because I'm just a beast on the links.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Good one.
I interrupted the show to say that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to.
That's all right. Thanks, Fish.
I'm glad the confidence is back in you.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I'm glad you're ready. That's how you know, Mikey with his puns. He's back, baby. He's back. It's your news, Joey. You good?
Yeah, so that is all I got. Honestly, we were talking for so long, I forgot I was even doing my news. But what I do got to talk about is Bridge Street Exchange in downtown Fenton, and they're soon going to be having a pop-up inside of Somerset Mall, and I'm so excited for them to be there because if you don't want to drive all the way to Fenton, you can drive right there to Somerset Mall or shop online right now at bridgestreetexchange.com. Use the code word WSN. Get 15% off your entire order. So if you got to get a present for someone, they got everything. All the summer clothes in there, barware, just everything that you could imagine. They got there.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, broadcasting and streaming live on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and, of course, the infamous YouTube. And thank you guys for dropping your comments. Thank you guys for sharing everything and just being a part of the morning show. We appreciate you and being a part of the whole network all day long with Bell and Baligian, or Baligian and Bell. I always get those two names transposed. And, of course, The Hook that is on from 3 to 5 with Detroit's own Darren McCarty, Maz, and Pilar. And every morning about this time, we bring on our boy Adam to go over bets. And how'd you do last night, Adam?
I sucked.
Yeah.
You suck, yeah.
I did. Yesterday sucked,
Well, you
man.
were 4-1 the day before.
4-1 the day before. Yesterday 2-3. Super unfortunate.
2-3 isn't sucking. I mean,
It sucks.
It depends on how you arrange your money. You could still be coming out on top.
One of the underdogs hit, which was it wasn't a good night.
Okay.
It wasn't a good night. The Wings finished to 1-0. We had the over at 5.5. Capitals finished to
Dude,
1-0.
I couldn't believe that you.
the fuck happened?
And the Tigers.
The Tigers, yeah, it was a long night. Whatever. But we did get the Dodgers game right. I was happy about that.
Yeah.
That
The
was a
Tigers
big
game I had
mistake.
concerns with going in.
Yeah, I said on the show that the Dodgers game needed to be at 10 points
Yeah.
for 10.5, and the game finished with 11. They put it at 7.5. Made no sense to me. Yeah. But we're going to recover from yesterday. We're going to have a good betting ticket today. So I'll start right away. Stick, you know where I'm going.
5.5?
Nope. Actually,
Oh.
I'm avoiding it today for the most part. I'm actually going to start with basketball. I'll start with the Bulls versus the Knicks. 208 in today's NBA. I know New York really has a stingy defense and they're coming off a loss, but it's so hard for me to project teams to score less than 208 points every single time I'm betting it. The over on that number just is so friendly. Really, so many things have to go wrong for it to be under, really, than right. So I really like that number. I'll take that bet at -110.
Dude, especially yesterday, like I'm looking at some of the scores, like the Trailblazers putting up 133, the Mavs 133. Like it's such high scoring basketball these days.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday the line started for the Thunder and Celtics, I believe, at 205. That game finished at 234, I want to say. It's a basketball. This is how basketball's played. So anytime you get a line that low, you have to take it. So many things have to go wrong for a game to finish under 208 points.
Right.
What's up, Fish?
Every single person on the hook did bad yesterday, so it must have been a bad day.
Well,
I just went over the picks and Well, that game hasn't happened yet, so we're still waiting on her pick. But all the other people,
it's all good,
didn't
buddy.
do so well.
Well, I'll go right back into it. I got the Pelicans. Stick, I know you're a big fan.
Yeah.
They covered for us last time. They played the Clippers. But tonight they play the Nuggets. I'm going to avoid picking a team on the spread or money line in general. I'm going to go with the over on the points, 228. Both teams are surging offensively. This is kind of the riskiest bet of the night. This game, a lot of things could go wrong from a defensive standpoint. I think you're probably foreseeing a playoff matchup. So we'll see how hard they play tonight on the defensive side of the ball, but I expect 228.5 to be covered pretty easily. So I'll stick with that. And again, same mistake Vegas made yesterday. They didn't learn. So we're gonna do it again.
So you're gonna make them pay.
We're gonna make them pay.
Make them pay.
Dodgers and Reds, 7.5, but I'm actually taking the under. Clayton Kershaw's on the mound, and the Reds ace is also on the mound. This is going to be a low-scoring game. If anything taught us from yesterday, 11 runs, super attainable. I don't know with these two on the mound. I'll take the under, and then my favorite bet of the day is going to be the under between the Mets and the Red Sox. Jacob deGrom's on the mound. This guy has been unreal, like literally inhuman.
Yeah.
Over his last 80 starts. Probably the best player in baseball. I'd say easily the best pitcher in baseball.
Better than Ohtani?
Better pitcher, man.
Okay.
The pitching, there's levels, and he's in a class of his own right now. Nobody's anywhere near him. I expect this game to finish around 4 to 5 runs. If anything, the Mets are probably going to do the scoring. So if I had to put my money on it, which I am, I don't expect Boston to score more than 1 or 2 runs. And I don't expect the Mets, they've been slumping on the bats all season, to score more than 4 or 5 runs. So I'll take the under in this game. And then, of course, we'll finish with hockey. Over 5.5 goals. I got to go with the Blues and Wild. This is my safety pick. Every time I've picked the Blues or the Wild in an over game, I've hit. So I'm going to rely on them to get me through tonight because I have been absolutely shit on betting the over in hockey recently. So we'll see how that goes.
We actually got a question on YouTube for you. Adam, I got a parlay that will hit if the Vegas Golden Knights wins. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Fuck. That's tough.
That is tough.
Good luck. What'd you bet? Money line?
It didn't say. There's his comment right there.
And we got a parlay that will hit if Vegas wins. Is it a good or bad thing?
Yeah, it's exactly
a great
what
thing.
I just read.
It's a great thing that you have one game left. I mean, I would. Depends who they're playing. I wish you kind of put who they're playing. I don't know who they're playing tonight, but Vegas is never a bad bet either.
It's a badass doom buggy you got there.
It is.
Too.
It is.
I'm looking at his doom buggy. Let me look.
Yeah, Vegas Golden Knights play. Who do they got, Fish?
Playing Colorado Avalanche.
Oh shit!
Oh boy,
Fish beat me.
Hey, listen, if you can cash out with a significant profit,
Stick.
I would recommend it. Colorado are like one of the best teams offensively in the NHL. They're super streaky right now. I believe 15 wins in their last 19.
And they score 17 goals a game.
Basically, if Joey knows they're scoring a ton of goals a game, that's how you know they're playing very well.
They do.
So there you
Colorado's
go.
a tough bet.
You tell them to cut early on that parlay, take the money and cash
take
out?
your money. Yeah, if you can make good money on it. But if you have little invested in it.
Oh, he's got money line 9 straight wins for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that.
that is a tough one.
I don't know. Colorado's too good, man.
Let it ride.
Fuck it.
Let it ride.
Fuck
Throw
it.
them nuts on the table, baby. That's what you got to do. You want real money? Scare money don't make money, does it, Adam?
Yeah, but walking away on a parlay with the profit isn't hurt either.
No, I know. I just like fucking with people.
all good.
So thank you for coming on every day about this time, 8:50 with Adam's Bets. And if you guys want to start asking Adam questions, like Official Savage just did, you can start doing that every morning. Just put it in the chat. We'll pop it up on the screen. Or you can always call in. 313-552-6322 is the phone number. And as always, if you're planning on making any of these bets, make sure you do it at mybookie.com. Whether it's horse racing, whether it's NFL, whether it's NCAA, whether it's golf, no matter what you want to bet. You want to bet arm wrestling in Siberia, they got it on there for you. So go to mybookie.com today. We will match your first deposit up to 50% only if you use the promo code Woodward. You got to use that promo code when you sign up. You'll get that free money back, and then you can do with whatever you want. And like I said, I like the casino that they have on mybookie.com. They got a single-deck blackjack game that I like to play. So I don't like playing blackjack when they got like 6-7 decks in there. I like the single deck, so I know what I'm getting into. I can play my odds a little bit better. mybookie.com, promo code Woodward.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network. We are hours away from the NFL draft, and by hours I mean about 30, but I'm still excited.
It'd be funny. You know how you're over there like, bow, bow, bow. If the music wasn't actually playing and it was just playing our headphones, and everybody watching is like, what is this guy doing?
Talking about? Excited for the NFL draft coming up. That's tomorrow night. Make sure you join us at the Del Mar in Greektown. We're going to be there. Live stream starts at 7 p.m. for our watch party, and be a part of history tomorrow night with us. Joik Bell's going to be down there. A couple other former NFL players are going to be hanging out. So get your picture taken with them. Have some fun. Have some cocktails, and it's just going to be a great night at Del Mar, especially when the Lions announce that they're drafting Kyle Pitts. Then the place is going to explode.
Ooh-wee. In one way.
That would be crazy.
There's so many like options right now in this draft that I'm like, man, this would be so fun if we go this way.
Right. But that's tomorrow. Today, Coney reviews. Every Wednesday, Joey and I go around the city, and we've been all over. Literally, we've been from Fenton all the way to Rochester, all the way to downriver. I mean, we're
14 and counting.
We're on 14 now?
Yep.
Damn, these are flying by. And if you got a Coney that you think we should go review, let us know. This week we went to a place that's a chain, because we like to visit the mom and pops, but we also like to visit the chain places. Kirby's, Kirby Coney Island. I grew up going to Kirby's. They used to have one near 12 Oaks Mall I would go to all the time. I don't know if that one's still there.
They had one inside of 12 Oaks, right?
No, I don't know if it was inside. It was across the street at like the 12 shopping center.
Yeah.
There used to be a Builder's
Tel 12
Square
Mall or whatever
and a
that was.
Toys R Us in there.
It was def one until 12, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So Kirby's, I mean, it's kind of a staple here in Detroit. So it was an interesting experiment that we did.
Watch it for yourself.
Yeah, watch what happens, because the ending's a little weird.
Coney time! Coney time!
You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
It's Joey and Stick. Wednesdays, we do Coney reviews all around Metro Detroit. And, we figured this week we got to hit a Metro Detroit staple. I've been going to this Coney since I was like 8 years old. They had one in Novi at 12 Oaks Mall. Kirby's, baby! Kirby's!
You can't go wrong with a Kirby's.
We're about to find out. So let's do it. Coney review. Let's go!
Always hold the door open for the man. Behind the scenes with Chef. What's your name, Chef?
Narmu.
Narmu?
Yeah,
Chef Narmu making the chili dog. Woo! Detroit style.
All right, man, Joey. They've been delivered. It is time.
Chef back there was doing work.
Ooh, and we're switching it up, though. We're no longer doing it off the 313 scale.
Okay.
It's been a little tough for people to decide whether these are good or bad conies, so we're switching it up. We're just going to go straight up a 100-point scale.
Okay.
And then we'll look at it kind of like you're grading in school. So, like, 70 is a C, 80 is a B, 90 is an A, like, type stuff. Okay?
See, but I was so bad in school that an 80 to me was like an A++.
Well, we'll figure it out. But let's do this out of a scale 1 to 100, and then we'll grade it like we do in school. You ready?
Ooh, this bun is a good start.
Yeah, the bun's a good start. Good chili. Lots of onions. Look how much onions on this one. All right, Joe, you ready for the wiener touch? Looking for that wiener snap? Here we go.
Onions on this one. Wow.
So there's like kind of a snap on the dog, but not a full snap.
Too many onions in here after that next bite. I wasn't able to even taste the chili, really.
There's a good pop on that dog.
This is my favorite bun I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
And the hot dog is like smoky. It's good. So, what are you doing? So we got. They told us we couldn't record anymore in there.
So what happened was
we
we got the boot.
They just went, no more. You're done.
They went. That was the weirdest thing in my life. They were so excited in the beginning. They said, "Yeah, come on back here, check us out in the kitchen, see how we make these bad boys." To all of a sudden, when the eye in the sky and the cameras busted us in the back there, to get these guys the hell out of there and let them stop recording now.
Yeah, one of their chefs snitched and called the boss. It was like, hey, there's people in here recording and they're reviewing. And the boss called and was like, no, get them out. I was like, what the hell? Why would you kick? Like, we're trying to do good things here for the city.
Doesn't affect our scoring, but I ain't going back.
You're not going back?
At that Kirby's Coney.
I mean, the waitress was so awesome. The first chef was awesome. The second chef that snitched, he is snitch. He is what he is. But
what's the
Stitches
manager?
get stitches.
Yep, exactly. So, Joey, we didn't get a chance to do our final ratings there. Let's do it right now. What are you giving the Coney dog?
I'm going to give that one a solid C. I'm going to go around a 75% on that out of 100 because it was a good dog. The bun was good, but there was way too much onions, and it wasn't the good Detroit-style Coney onions. It was just like onion chunks. The chili was decent, but the dog did not have that wiener snap that I like, and it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, like I said, I grew up on Kirby's. You know, their dogs. It had a decent snap. Probably the second best snap we've had, though, out of all the dogs. So I'm putting it at a C+. That's where I'm putting it. And chili was okay. Lots of onions. They went way overboard on the onions. Wasn't a big fan of that. But overall, C+ for Kirby's.
And the manager getting a D for Dick.
Yeah. Like that. The last two places have been kind of dicks to us.
And it bothers us because I know we're nice young men.
I know I'm nice.
I know we're nice. So when you kick us out of your establishment, pretty much, I'm not coming back.
Yeah, well, that was Kirby's, but I'll eat Kirby's again. Just hope that manager isn't there. But overall, decent dog. C+ for me. C- for you?
C.
C for you? Okay, so average dog, right?
Yep.
Not as good as La Pumas. Not as good as American.
Ooh.
Those are our top two right now, right?
Yeah, those are our favorites.
Yeah, and then Walt's Fries. Don't forget about Walt's Fries. So if you guys got a spot that you want us to review, let us know, and we will hit up a Coney. It can be anywhere in Metro Detroit, and we will drive to it, and we still got to go try that Flint Coney, too, that everybody keeps talking about. Now that Art is healthy, we'll make a ride up to Flint one day and handle that, too. But let's do this. Let's take a break. When we come back, Joey, you got a special interview lined up for us.
Special interview, Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro.
We'll talk to him next.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. Ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And this morning, Joey brought on a special guest and a friend of the show. And I'll let you intro him, man.
Yeah, so he was a big supporter throughout our network from day one, especially when we did our stuff in studio, came by with a bunch of toys.
Yeah, we can't thank you enough for that.
We can't. And now we got to welcome to our show Steve Jabara, who is the co-owner of the Grand Rapids Drive. What up, Steve?
What up, Steve?
Hey, guys.
So,
good to see you. What's up?
See, that's the professional intro. I don't like doing this professional intro of, oh, this is Mr. Steven Jabara from the Grand Rapids Drive. We got to introduce Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro.
Oh, we got a video to support this too?
Oh, yeah, just wait.
Wait a minute.
That man, does he look familiar?
Oh, damn. International sex symbol.
Hey, look, anything to sell some tickets, we're all about it.
That actually sold tickets?
Oh, complete sellout.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, because they said meet and greet with Jackie Moon, and everybody thought Will Ferrell was going to be there.
Nice. The Flint Tropics, baby.
So, Steve, it definitely was an exciting day yesterday. Tell everybody, catch us up to speed. Obviously, you were the Detroit Pistons affiliate with your G League squad, the Grand Rapids Drive. Tell us about the recent changes.
Yeah, right. So yesterday we signed an affiliation agreement with the Denver Nuggets, and so we're going to stay in Grand Rapids, but we'll be obviously the Nuggets will be our parent club moving forward, and so we'll get our players, coaches, trainers, everything like that from the Nuggets. We've obviously been with the Pistons for about 6 or 7 years, and then. You guys have seen that they've recently wanted to bring their team a little bit closer to home. And luckily we found the Nuggets, and they were all about kind of having a fully baked market and kind of a proven system in a good city like Grand Rapids.
So did Denver not have a team, or did they just lose their team, or how does that work?
Right, so they have not had a team. So they've used their two-way contracts, and they've assigned them to different G League teams the last couple of years, but they've never had one of their own. And so they've always kind of stuck their toe in, never quite committed to it. And then obviously with us being available, we kind of check the box on a lot of things that are a lot of work that they would need to do to kind of get one up and running. So it worked out really well, and Grand Rapids has direct flights to Denver. And we're excited.
So what was it with the whole deal with the Pistons? Because I know all of a sudden they announced, all right, Motor City Cruise, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, the Motor City Cruise, they announced that. What was the issue as to why it couldn't? Because obviously you said it was 6 years that you guys were the direct affiliate team for them. What went down with that?
So, they had shown interest about 3 years ago. We've really had a pretty long runway to figure this out. But about 3 years ago, they started laying the groundwork and showing interest in moving the team pretty much right next door to the practice facility. And they found a spot with Wayne State and a new coach and everything like that. And so there's kind of two models for these G League teams. Some teams like them right next door. There can be a lot of player movement with the NBA club, things like that. And obviously there's synergies with the practice facility and everything like that. And then there's other NBA teams, the Miami Heat, obviously now with the Denver Nuggets, Houston Rockets, that like a little bit of distance between their NBA club and their G League team. So assignments go for a couple of weeks and, really kind of focus on development that way. So we just kind of got caught in the crosshairs of the Pistons wanting to be right next door. And obviously we had been in Grand Rapids for a few years, and we're sort of committed to staying there. And so, that's kind of how it shook out.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know Ben Wallace is part of your organization. Did it break his heart to leave the Pistons again?
I think it's been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, but he's pretty committed to GR. I think GR's really embraced him, in his post-career, moves and stuff. So, so he's still with us, and, look forward to keeping him around.
No, and I know Grand Rapids is a great sports town. I lived out there for about 3 years when I was running a radio station out there, and during that time, the Grand Rapids Griffin won their cup, and I know coming to those drive games is just something huge for that community out there, and you got a great support system. So I don't blame you for not wanting to leave Grand Rapids. Like, that's where everybody aims to retire. Like, that's where you want to go is Grand Rapids. It's a nice city, clean, lots of fans, good people. So I'm glad you're staying in Grand Rapids. And, selfishly, I get to double dip now. I can go to the drive when I'm in Grand Rapids, and I can go to the cruise here when I'm still in Detroit and get good basketball on both ends.
Yeah, we're hoping to create a pretty solid rivalry there. So you'll have to pick one, but for now you can talk about it.
I mean, not bad going to get this deal with the Denver Nuggets, who's the 4th team in the West right now. So
hey, till Tom Gores shows his ass on this show, you're my favorite.
All right.
Well, thanks again, Steve. Always good talking with you, and congrats on the new partnership with the Denver Nuggets.
You got it, fellas. Stay in touch. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thanks, guys. See you.
That's exciting too, Like I respect that about Steve, is that they were knocking on his door saying, "Listen, move the team out to Detroit, big market. He's from the area." But he saw the bigger value to that team being in Grand Rapids because you lived out there. You know how you feel like the little stepbrother that doesn't get the love because you don't have really those major teams out there.
Oh, they definitely had the little brother syndrome out there. It's crazy how much Grand Rapids focuses on Detroit and, what Detroit's doing and stuff like that. But, no, Grand Rapids in itself is a great, great city. I mean, it's super clean, like I said. And in some ways it mirrors Detroit. They have 2 billionaires out there that just invest in the city. Oh, the DeVosses and the Van Andels, they just keep investing in the city, and they want a lot of art and a lot of culture out there. And it was kind of the same thing with the Illiches down here, and why can't I think of his name? The guy that owns Quicken Loans.
Oh, Gilbert.
And Gilbert. It's
DG.
Illiches and Gilbert. They're the 2 billionaires dumping money into Detroit. So in that way, they're similar in demographics and the way they treat things. It's completely different political, completely different. When I was out there, they kind of had a breakthrough in urban concerts. Kanye came out and sold out Van Andel Arena, and that was the first rap concert to ever do well in Grand Rapids. And then they had legends of hip hop out there with Method Man and Redman. So I think they started to open the door and realize that holy shit, there's more than just country music in Grand Rapids.
And honestly, seeing Grand Rapids really develop and just grow these last couple of years, I wouldn't be surprised if a major team does go out there.
It would be the first spot that you would put a major team for sure.
Yeah.
Because it is the largest metro outside of Detroit. It's bigger than Lansing, so that's where I would put a team.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids.
You ever been, Corey?
Yeah, I know it's kind of interesting. I went with the Pistons. I was during my intern year. I was a shock intern first, and then after the shock season was over, I transferred over. I migrated to Pistons season, and now I believe my first day as a Pistons intern was at Van Andel Arena. They were I can't remember who they were playing, but no, you know what's funny? Now that I remember it, I swear they were actually playing the Nuggets.
No,
game. Seriously, because I remember now. I saw AI and Carmelo Anthony backstage. They weren't playing.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's awesome. That's a good experience. My first experience at Van Andel Arena is I took a bus of listeners from an old radio station I used to work for here in town, 93.1 DRQ. Took a bus of chicks up to go see 98 Degrees at Van Andel Arena. It was weird.
All girls and then stick.
Yeah, and then 18-year-old me, hey girls, you guys want to go see 98? And I have a picture of me next to 98 Degrees. All those guys were literally 5'4". Nick Lachey and his brother, they were all the picture looks hilarious. I'll see if I can find it. We'll post it up on social.
All of these first being shared on the Morning Woodward Show. I'm excited to share the first camping experience with Corey Woods. Come
Corey
June.
in the woods.
All thanks to Sun RV Resorts. They have over 160 RV and camping resorts across the U.S. and Canada. And Corey, do you like lazy rivers, water parks, mini golf, restaurants? You like bars?
I'm cool with that. Just don't have no teaspoon in the teacup, and We good.
It's going to be fun. We're going to be there in June at their Petoskey location. Yep, we're staying here in Michigan, checking them out. And if you're thinking about a summer vacation, plan it right now with Sun RV Resorts. It's like the glamping, as they call it, glamorous camping style. They got little homes. They got just a great spot for you to check out, sunrvresorts.com.
Hey, guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
All right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz.
You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day, right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
I love those guys. Yeah. I really love those guys from The Hook. And make sure you listen to them today from 3 to 5 right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Clock is ticking away, getting closer to the NFL draft tomorrow. But let's talk a little baseball. You guys okay with that? I know baseball isn't exactly everybody up here's forte.
Way to get me excited talking about the NFL draft and then switch it up on us.
I thought I'd bait and switch you there. Like, oh, the NFL draft. Baseball. Got you, bitch.
Baseball. Steve. Right.
So, baseball has integrated some new rules. Major leagues have, like extra innings. Now you start with a runner on second, and the DH. They're going back and forth with using it full time in both leagues. But there is a league that has now changed the way extra innings are played. And I've always clowned hockey a little bit for doing this because I've always hated the shootout in hockey. Even though it is an exciting thing, it doesn't make sense to me to play a team game and then break it down to, okay, if my team has 2 good breakaway guys, I'm going to win every overtime.
It's so true.
And I always hated that about hockey, and it would always be one of my arguments against hockey when I was arguing with our old boss about basketball and hockey. We would have that conversation. Tony, what up, TT? So we would always have that conversation. That was always one of my trump cards is, listen, basketball doesn't go to a 3-point shootout in overtime. Like, that's not how the game's played. You're supposed to keep the teams on, and they're supposed to finish as a team. You don't just go to some specialty unit and be like, oh, well, I got Pavel Datsyuk. I'm going to win the majority of these. Like, that's always been one of my gripes about hockey. Baseball, a minor league system, is starting to take a home run derby instead of extra innings.
Same issue. It's taking the team sport, turning it into an individual contest.
I agree. But what do you guys think of that? And here's one of my favorite all-time, Josh Hamilton.
I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong.
Left-handers have such a great swing. Look at that.
Don't get me wrong. It's fun. I mean, I love watching the home run derby, and I'm not that crazy into baseball. But it's the same thing. I mean, I get it because it drags on so long, and you hear about games going like freaking 20 innings plus.
Yep.
But it's the game. And if it's not that, I feel like you just give the result of a tie unless there's some sort of playoff or something in there.
Do we have Fish's cam up and working? Oh, okay. So, Fish, I want to ask you about this because I know you're a big fan of the long games and stuff like that. What do you think of a home run derby after or going in instead of extra innings?
Well, it's smart in terms of marketing, I guess. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get everything's about the younger audience. Everything's about now because people are their attention span is not as long.
Yes.
So they're basically trying to ruin the game. I think they should just make new leagues. They should keep everything the same, but they should just make new leagues for different people instead of changing the same league because they want to adapt to the younger audience. They should be not doing that.
Okay, so you don't like this rule change?
I do not.
Okay. Corey, what do you think of it? I mean, because it's interesting to talk to people that aren't hardcore baseball fans, too, because you have a different opinion than somebody who's a purist, and I need this, and I need this. It's as a general consumer, if you're going to a baseball game and all of a sudden it goes to extra innings, are you more excited or less excited that there's going to be a home run derby?
Less excited.
Less excited, okay.
I'm cool with the extra innings. I mean, some of the greatest memories in baseball have come from extra innings. You don't gotta fix something that ain't broke. Just leave it alone.
Well,
keep it as traditional as possible. I know some of the games can really be dragging on, but hey, that's the game. adding a home run derby into it, it takes the team concept out of it, and it's just, to me, it's just, I wouldn't be. I personally wouldn't be for it, but I mean, you know, again, I'm not a baseball aficionado.
That's why I like asking you, though, because you're the general fan, you know, like that. I'd like to know your opinion. Alex, I know you're a baseball fan, right? Or at least you do work with baseball, so I'm assuming you're a small baseball fan.
Somewhat, yeah.
What
yeah.
do you think of this?
I don't know. I think it would be, if I was at a game, I think it might be kind of fun, exciting, but I don't like it, I don't think. Like you said, it kind of puts it on the individual rather than the team sport, and it just pushes players to be all about power, and I don't think that's always the most important thing in baseball.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about hockey. Like, you know, the one thing I love about baseball is manufacturing runs. You got a guy on first, you bunt him over to second, strategically get a base hit. Now you all of a sudden you scored your run. Like that's part of the game. That's part of the chess match you got to play. Now it's just a home run derby. I don't love it, but I'm interested, though. I really am interested, and here's the exact definition of what's going to happen. To avoid the excessive strain on the pitching staffs, the Pioneer Baseball League will not have extra innings, but will employ a first-of-its-kind, quote, knockout rule, which resolves tied games with a head-to-head sudden death home run duel. Under the rule, each team designates a hitter who receives 5 pitches, with the game determined by the most home runs. If it's still tied after the knockout round, another hitter is selected for a sudden death home run face-off.
Horrible. That is, man, my frat brother has a saying, and I'm going to use it right now. That's ass like 2 cheeks.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a bad idea. Yep. I mean, you know, it would be. Here's the thing, it would be interesting to see the first couple of times because nobody's ever seen it. But actually, if something like that actually hit Major League, I think it would be a complete disaster and it would ruin the game.
All I'm thinking of is just this one dude that's like a softball masher, and that's his only job now. And they're going to open up a spot on the bench, and that's going to be it. He's going to be their designated home run derby guy. And whenever it's time to go into extra innings, Big Bob is going to take his fat ass off the bench with his beard and his chaw in his mouth and go out there and just hit dingers and win the game. You don't want to see that?
Nah, wouldn't do it for me.
I imagine John Crook being on everybody's bench doing this. What do you got to say, Fish?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're trying to make it better for the younger audience. They talked about it in soccer. They talked about changing it from 90 to 60 minutes because they're saying the ball's only in play for a certain amount of time. The prime example was cricket. They have, obviously, the 5-day format, but then they're like, well, normal people aren't going to want to sit there for 5 days watching a match. So they have a shorter format, which is 3-hour format, and a 1-day format. They didn't change. They didn't say, all right, we're going to scrap the day. We're just going to change it. They added leagues or added different formats instead of changing the specific thing they added.
Right.
Instead of just scrapped it all off and just added to it.
This is an interesting comment by Vinny, too. He said, the shootout in hockey is different, though. It still helps you practice in-game situations, a one-on-one against a goalie on a breakaway.
True.
So it's more of the actual sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're just taking pitches and swinging, that's not the sport. You know,
I mean,
there's people on
is.
bases. There's outfield that you got to worry about. There's a lot more to it than just hitting the ball and trying to get a home run.
Yeah, so that is a good
great
point,
point,
yeah,
Vinny.
that is a really good point, actually, because there are breakaways in hockey. There isn't a time in baseball where the field's empty and someone's just lobbing you 5 pitches.
Right.
I think I wouldn't like to see this either, but I think they would be better off if they were to shorten the time of the game, like go from they're better off going from 9 innings to 7 innings as opposed to adding a home run derby. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah, well, it's an experimental thing going on right now. What I say, the Pioneer League is where it's happening, so it hasn't really made its way to the mainstream yet, but I thought this was an interesting story. I mean, baseball's struggling. Like, I know we talked about boxing a little bit ago, how boxing's faded off. Baseball has just...
Baseball is struggling because they don't do enough to promote their game outside of we're America's pastime.
Right.
Outside of that, they don't go into the inner cities. They don't go into these communities of any race. They don't really go out there and promote their game like the NFL does and the NBA does. That's why they're the mega giants they are. They actively go in the community and promote their sports to the younger generation, so people will grow up wanting to be football players and people want to grow up and be basketball players.
Yeah, part of the problem with baseball too is like a guy like Mike Trout, who is probably arguably the biggest star and the best baseball player, doesn't want to be a star, doesn't want, he just wants to play baseball. He's not interested in catching any clout. He's not interested in being in the spotlight. He just wants to do his thing.
Yeah, but that's true, but come on, y'all a billion dollar organization, y'all multi-billion, y'all got to figure out some type of way to improve the face of your game without really changing its essence.
Right. Well, we're going to see if this home run derby thing works out. I'm interested in it. I don't know if I love it, but I'm definitely interested in it. So we're going to find out if it takes off. I really can't see this making its way to the majors, but for minor leagues, kind of fun, I guess. So maybe if they keep it there, that's okay with me. I don't want to see this in Major League Baseball, though, even though they've already adjusted the extra inning rules by putting somebody on second and stuff like that.
And I don't want to see ties either. I get some of these games go so long. I hate seeing ties in hockey and all these sports.
Right. And you know what I hate to see, Joey?
What do you
People overpaying on their interest on their mortgage.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, don't do it. You got to go to Hall Financial. They're the people that will take care of you. They're the people that will knock your interest rate down. If you're over 3% right now, take a look at how much you're paying on your interest on your bill and just shake your head and know that the people at Hall Financial can get you to a better place, save you money, because that's the whole point of getting a better interest rate. So you're not paying, all your money's going to your house. It's not going to the interest for your house. That's where you want it. You want it to go to the principal, and the people at Hall Financial can help you. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today, and they will help you out with a free 5-minute look at your current loan, and they'll let you know if they can save you money or not. That's davidhallmortgage.com. Let them know that Woodward Sports sent you. Lower payments, better options, more personal attention.
You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
How do I even come after that?
This is the only time I'm going to be calm because I'm certainly not during the show. Poor Joy.
I'm Drake Bill. I'm here.
Legion and Bell every day right here on Woodward Sports from 11 to 1.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
Y'all heard of the guy by the name of Conor McGregor?
Yeah, heard of him a little bit.
Some dude that is really loaded right now because he just sold his majority stake in his Irish whiskey brand Proper 12 for $600 million.
Good God, man.
Just started this under 3 years ago. Proximo, who owns Jose Cuervo, is the buyer of this deal. So they're adding another one.
And like I said, it's a solid whiskey too. Like, and I wouldn't bullshit you on it. Like, they're not paying us, so
right.
It's actually a really good whiskey.
And obviously, you have McGregor's name on a whiskey. It's going to do well, and you see it right there in the numbers.
I mean, can you name a bigger Irishman right now?
Nah.
Could you name any other Irishman?
I could go to wrestling and name one.
There you go.
Sheamus.
There you go.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. He's from England, but that's okay.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
Taylor Decker said that he is growing a mullet in the press conference he had yesterday, but also said that he will not get vaccinated, and this had the social media internet world going crazy. He said, quote unquote, I have my reasons. Me personally, I don't feel like it's the best thing for me, and we're going to be, I hope we don't miss out on the star receiver that you see right there on that play.
Hands, baby. Better hands than Ebron. We know that. But yeah, this is it's not really concerning, but it's also it just makes you wonder if this is going to lead into bigger things. Right now, not a story. Come season time, when you're around teammates, the locker room's full, they're allowing fans into the stands. Is this going to be an issue, and how is the NFL going to deal with it? Because somebody mentioned in our chat earlier, like, businesses can make you get the vaccine if you want to work for them, and they also pointed out that you can't sue the manufacturer of the vaccine, but you could sue your employer for making you get it. So that's also a very thin line that the NFL would have to walk.
Sue, like if you have any complications from it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
say you're one of the victims of the Johnson & Johnson thing, you know. If their employer forced them to get that, their family has a right to seek anything from, you know.
It's just crazy
the
that we're
employer.
even having this conversation of employers and businesses forcing you to do something. I don't get it. But
That's not the
world we
freedom
live
I
in.
know.
I will say this: if he doesn't get it, they let him in there, and he ends up having COVID or gives it to somebody. Well, if he ends up with COVID and anybody else in the locker room gets it, everybody gonna be looking at him like,
Yep.
And
that's the
Give him
thing.
the side eye.
That's the thing. It puts him in a tough position
Right.
because he just says, personally, I don't think it's the right thing for me, and you got to respect that. I get that if he's not doing it, it's like someone not wearing a mask. You're saying that they're the problem, and you're saying that they're the ones that are putting you at risk, but it's part of life, and that's the thing that sucks about this all.
man, I would have sidestepped the hell out that.
So Antonio Brown, Corey broke this news earlier, signing again another one-year deal with the Bucks for $3.1 million. He is not going anywhere.
Nice. That's a good signing for them, man. Keeping that team intact is so important, and I'm excited to see what they can do with more time. Because like we were discussing earlier, they really didn't hit their stride till, what, week 9, week 10?
Brady had a hell of a season just trying to, and that was while figuring out the right way to use all the parts. They won a Super Bowl while trying to figure it out. Oh boy, it's about to be bad next year.
It's like they're part of a rebuild, but they end up winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That could
that's
be the
exactly
Lions,
what it
right?
was.
It's Tom Brady, though, man. It's
I
the
know,
GOAT.
there ain't no rebuild around Tom Brady. The Detroit Tigers, maybe a little bit of a rebuild going on right now. First
It's been a
win.
5-year rebuild, and we haven't rebuilt shit. Love you guys, though.
We're still at the beginning of this rebuild. First win in 6 games. You see on this one, Nico Goodrum hitting this go-ahead homer. You see the score there? Tied 2-2. Top of the 7th.
He
Put us
launched
ahead.
that ball.
Launched that one.
Good separation. Love it. Love to see it.
Yeah, Miggy also hit a home run that game. Number 489 of his career.
11 away from 500, and that is going to be a fun thing to watch him chase. As long as he can stay healthy, I have no doubts that he's going to reach it like mid-July.
Are you going to be that guy that goes once he
Yes.
gets closer?
Yes.
You will?
Oh, for sure.
Have you been to a game yet? Any? Red Wings,
No,
Pistons?
honestly, I
anyone?
haven't been to a game in like 2 years, and it's really pulling at my soul.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I was the person that was like, I'm dying. I can't wait to go back to a game. But when you go to a game, it feels weird.
Yeah.
It feels weird. There's no energy there. The teams suck. That doesn't help anything whatsoever.
Not at all.
But then you're sitting there with the mask, and not that I'm against masks at all. It's just it's a different vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool, like a VIP experience. Like, I got to watch the Pistons play with only 200 people in the arena. Like, that'd be sweet if they were all letting you sit courtside,
Yeah.
and like that would be kind of a cool energy. But when you're up in the nosebleeds and there's still nobody there, I don't know, man. I want to go to a game. I just haven't made it a priority yet.
And it's sad that they're not even selling out on top of all of that.
Right, 750 tickets available, and like 700 of them are still up for grabs.
Makes me so sad. Vlad Jr.'s big night. We're talking Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the Toronto Blue Jays, had a career night hitting 3 home runs and 7 RBIs last night against the Nationals.
Bombs.
You don't got to know much about baseball to know that that's a damn good game.
Yep. His dad was good, too.
Yeah. Boban Marjanovic, the nicest dude in the NFL, right? But this guy ended up getting ejected off of this flagrant 2 that he had against former Michigan Wolverine Jordan Poole on this foul.
That's a weak call.
So weak.
Like in the 80s, back
Right.
in the bad boy days,
Right.
that wasn't even a foul.
And on top of that, he helps
Right.
Jordan Poole, making sure he's all good because he knew he did that.
That's like when you were a kid and you accidentally punched your brother a little too hard. You're just like, don't tell mom, don't tell mom, don't tell mom.
I didn't mean to almost kill you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry, don't tell mom.
Pretend like you're not hurt.
Right.
And Major League Soccer making our news today. Toronto FC was at a training session in Orlando when they noticed this freak of nature, this gigantic alligator right there next to his golf cart. Then the team freaks out running.
That's awesome.
What you doing there, Fish?
Not that you guys care, but if you're wondering why Toronto, a team that's in Canada, Toronto, Canada. Anyway, if you're wondering why they're in Orlando, they're down there because of COVID.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can't play their games in Canada.
Yep, no Canadian basketball this year.
That's crazy. So they like fully live there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to.
It's so crazy to me.
Yep.
Like the Raptors and all these teams.
Canada's like, I ain't playing with none of y'all. Get out.
No, Canada, yeah. And shout out to my people in Windsor that are locked up right now. Sorry about that.
And shout out to my people at Northwestern Tech as well, because you are not locked up there. You are choosing a career that is only 10.5 months. But on top of that, it's a career that you get to choose your own destiny. And honestly, because heating and cooling is an industry that is pandemic proof, something we are going to need forever. So northwesterntech.edu, check them out for yourself. We were there touring the actual school the other day, earlier this week, and it was awesome. And talking to the students and seeing how much they love this program, because school is not for everyone, but a trade school like this, 10.5 months, northwesterntech.edu.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our #1 priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Poker.
Yeah, just chill.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And as you see, it is Wednesday, and we have a guest. This is Pam. Hi, Pam. How are you? You have crazy eyes, Pam.
See, Pam just looks like a dog that is a born-to-be Birmingham purse puppy.
Yeah, she is.
Like, that's what she looks like.
She belongs in a Louis Vuitton bag.
Christina, welcome back.
Hey guys, what's up? I missed a few weeks, but I'm back. Happy to be with you guys. And Pam was super excited to be here.
Yeah, well, first of all, how you feeling? Because you took a tremendous fall like a month ago, right?
Like a month ago. You know, I had the vaccine, got a little sick after, and then lights out for a minute. But it was good.
Wow.
But I'm not
Literally
deterring
lights
anyone.
out.
I'm not deterring from anyone from the vaccine, not starting a vaccine debate, but lights out for a minute. But it was all good.
Fish, you excited to go get that second shot?
Hell no.
You got this, Fish. Just hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Yeah, I heard that's the big key, too.
That was what I didn't do, is I didn't hydrate, went and got it, was doing my busy self, and then lights out. But, you know, it's all good.
Yeah.
I passed out, smacked my head a little bit.
Wow.
You know, but,
Just
you know,
a little bit.
Just a
You're
little
good.
bit.
You're
But,
back.
You guys better
but
be
we're
prepared
good.
for
But
next
we're back
Friday.
in action and back at Woodward Sports, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Bam.
We're happy to have you back. And if you guys don't know, Detroit Dog Rescue, they go around the city of Detroit. And really, I mean, you guys have expanded to all over the state of Michigan. You're bringing in dogs from out of state sometimes, too.
We are. Sometimes we work with the Bissell Pet Foundation. Shout out to Bissell for dogs like Pam, which is what we wanted to highlight. Pam was a puppy mill dog and just stuck in a puppy mill, living a life of breeding. And we rescued Pam with about 147 other dogs, thanks to a group effort with some other shelters. And she was so scared. We couldn't touch her when we first got her.
Oh, and now she's super social. She came to
yeah.
me like, no problem.
So we got her about 8 weeks ago, couldn't touch her. But this is what fostering does. And I kind of wanted to highlight that today. Dana from the Aesthetic Method is fostering Pam, and she's really come out of her shell. It's amazing.
She's a beautiful dog. I love her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like staring right at the camera,
right.
too.
Yeah, she's camera ready. Like, she's good to go.
She's like, where's my Louis bag? Where's my Louis
and
bag?
you guys have all types of dogs, too. I mean, you
sure.
bring in the little ones here because we have equipment in here. And, you know, the big
Absolutely.
dogs kind of, they're a little rambunctious
Yeah,
sometimes.
you know, after we broke hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment in here, we decided to take it down a notch. But, you know, we have pits, Rottweilers, Shepherds, anything that we find in Detroit, or really anything that needs a little extra help. We're called all over the state. People are asking us to help with dogs who have traumatic pasts, so we're happy to do it. And you can check out the website, DetroitDogRescue.com. All the dogs are up right now. We're getting more in every day. So
That's crazy, and that's why you haven't been here the past couple weeks, is you've been on some really big rescues, like you said, 137 dogs.
Yeah, we've been on.
Crazy.
There was a couple weeks where I just had to be out. You know, Detroit police needed some assistance and things like that. But you know, we're back. We're good, and we're happy to be here. But it was a crazy winter. It's been a crazy spring, and we're gonna keep doing what we do. But it is also thanks to, you know, guys like you and having us on, and your donors. Every time we're on, we see website views go through the roof. So thank you.
Yeah, so make sure you go to DetroitDogRescue.com and check out the dogs. Like, you know, we always say, even if you're not looking for a dog right now, they have all their profiles up there, and it's something that you may plan down the road, or you know somebody that's been looking for one, and they have all types of dogs. I mean, I was able to get a Corgi Pit Bull mix from you guys, and he's my favorite thing on the planet at this point. I love Woody so much. And the best thing that we always like to point out, too, is when you're on the website, for $5, you could feed a dog for an entire week. And that's it. Like just $5. So, you know, skip your coffee at Starbucks for the day and give Detroit Dog Rescue $5.
That right there is going to feed a dog for a whole month.
Right.
That one Starbucks coffee.
Absolutely. And that is, I mean, that's huge for us. The summer's coming. We find a lot of dogs out with no water, no food, and that is huge. So thank you guys.
Yeah, I know this is kind of a bad question to ask, but is it harder in the winter to see the dogs like out there? You know, because I've had some experiences in Detroit, and I've seen dogs chained up in the middle of winter, and they're freezing, and you could tell they're malnutrition. And then same thing in the summer. It's got to be hard both ways, but you know, just
it's the same but polar opposite. You know, in the winter, unfortunately, we get to them as fast as we can because, you know, sadly, no one wants to hear this, but they die in the freezing cold.
Yeah.
And then we show up in the summer, and it's so hot that they're just suffering. There's no water. There's no food. So I love that every time, you know, you guys mentioned the $5 feeds a dog for a week in the shelter. It truly does. And when I started this, everyone was like, well, I can't give $10,000. What can I do? I can't give. It's $5 that really helps. And we try to take in as many dogs as we can in the summer because it's equally as bad as in the winter.
Okay. Yeah. So has COVID been different for you guys adopting dogs out? Have a lot of people like seek companionship?
Yes, absolutely. And if I could get, Ashley's in the studio today. Ashley is our adoption coordinator. Man, this girl has changed her protocols every single day, and she flies with it. And, you know, when we first started, my team stood up and said, we'll just do virtual adoptions. If we can't do home checks, we all have iPhones. Show us your house, and, you know, we'll get you a dog. We did no leash contact, you know, when this all first started. So we were one of the few shelters that did not stop. We've had no break. We did not stop. We did not close our doors. We did not close adoptions, because the dogs were still there during COVID. And families needed us, so we showed up. We delivered supplies to residents and got them food and even helped other shelters. So we didn't stop during COVID, but every day it's a new protocol, so bear with us.
And that's what I love, too, is like we got in just this studio alone, Stick and Corey both that actually adopted. And I see both of these dogs and how well trained, and it's just crazy. I mean, you guys go in the craziest situations, rescue these dogs, and then turn them into the most amazing dogs I've ever seen. Because I see dogs that come from these regular dog stores, like Detroit Dog Rescue puppies and big dogs and all doggies. They're so amazing.
Yeah, thank you for saying, and that means so much because we do keep up with almost all the dogs, you know, through social media. And like I know Corey's mom now, and you know they have a dog, and Stick's got Woody, and we see them, and we see them throughout their lives. So we want to make sure that we follow them, and they all have great lives, and that's important to us to get them off on the right start.
Awesome. Well, if you guys haven't already, make sure you go to DetroitDogRescue.com, click on it, go through the profiles, check out all the dogs. It's fun to do. You know, there's great, beautiful animals in there. And then while you're there, drop $5 and help out a dog for an entire week. Or if you drop 20, you know, that's awesome too. But it doesn't really matter. Just, you know, help this organization out because they help little guys like this that can't help themselves. And we love the Detroit Dog Rescue. It's a big part of what we want to do here at the Woodward Sports Network. And we've actually had people interested in sponsoring this too. So
let's do it.
Yeah, we'll try to break you off some of that so we can feed the
you know,
dogs
we're building
too.
a new shelter. We're gonna have a Woodward Sports Room. That's where they're gonna play. It's gonna be their playroom. The yard's gonna be the Woodward Sports Yard. Are you kidding?
Pam's like, what?
Yeah, we already have it planned. That's the thing I was thinking about when I hit my head. But you know.
Well, and also Joey and I got to go on a rescue at some point.
100%. We're gonna do a ride along.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to do
We'll
that.
take everybody. We'll take Fish. Corey,
Heck yeah. Fish will stay strapped too in
To
case
that
anything pops off.
Yeah,
Dude,
we got you.
would not mess with Fish, dude.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, Detroit
Thank
Dog
you.
Rescue. And thank you, Pam.
Thank you, and thank you to everyone watching because they light it up every time. So thank you guys.
Stick got a dog at home and he holds Pam the entire show.
Oh, you want it?
Yeah, I want it. I want her.
Woody's gonna smell you when you get home, like bro.
You see the little
Look at
little
that. Okay, so like Joey looks good with a foo-foo dog. Like
Yeah, it's a Joey dog.
yeah, like
man.
Joey's gonna go walk down Birmingham, take his dog to dinner.
Well, that's what he was talking about. He's like, this is a
Yeah.
Birmingham dog. He was talking about
100%.
himself.
Yeah.
Joey's got the Louis bag in the back right now.
Yeah, we got reservation for two at Adachi tonight.
Yep. He's gonna have the Louis bag backpack. Just put her in there. Love it.
Awesome. Well, hang out because we're off
Yeah.
in about 10 minutes so we can take a picture and put it up on our socials and stuff like that. But Detroit Dog Rescue, they do great things for the city. Help them out, support local, and get yourself a nice dog because everybody needs a dog.
Love it.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Is it time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish.
Fish facts.
It's fish!
You ready, Fish? It's been 3 days without your facts, man. And yesterday we got tore up because you were not on at 9:50 giving your facts. We had Rude Jude on. People were like, why is this guy on and not Fish? So, Fish, you better bring the heat this morning, man.
I'll try. We have a video, as we always do. And we go to hockey, where we have a Boston Bruins-Pittsburgh Penguins hockey game from last night, where the Boston Bruins, Taylor Hall, started from one end to the other. This is kind of the NBA equivalent of coast to coast, I guess you could say. Started with Taylor Hall, number 71, and he ends up scoring the goal. So he goes from coast to coast, NBA equivalent of coast to coast.
Nice.
And we start off with good old Monday. And this is a stat that not a lot of players want. This is Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. He got 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. He's the first player with exactly 1-1-1-1-1 stat line since Alex Shavid in 2013.
So what do we call that? It's not a triple-double. What do we call that, Corey? You're the basketball
Bunch of
expert.
singles.
That's pretty sweet.
A quint single?
Yeah, quint single.
A quint single. I love that.
And then we go to my favorite day of the year. Well, it was okay. Sunday, Anzac Day, favorite day of the year. They got 78,113 fans at that game. Highest attended crowd since COVID started back in March.
Where is that?
2020. Melbourne, Australia.
Okay.
How beautiful does that look?
That looks amazing.
So I watched part of that game in the middle of me getting sick. I had Dr. Pepper ready, had a cake ready. Couldn't enjoy that. But it was okay. It's fun. Anyways, we go to Tuesday.
He really had a cake ready.
Where I did. I had some last night, actually. Michael Porter Jr., he's doing pretty well. He's at 18.5 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 54 shooting, 44 3-point. He is the first player in NBA history to average 15 and 5 on 50 and 40% shooting in his second season.
That's an interesting stat, man, because there's been a lot of sophomore players that have solid years, but that is crazy.
Yeah, he's looking very good. Did you watch him in college?
No, I don't really recall him.
He played on Missouri, but I believe he got injured the first couple games. We go to yesterday, which was April 27.
Correct.
Yesterday was Babe Ruth Day. Celebrated throughout Yankee Stadium and throughout the U.S. And then yesterday we had a wedding. It was an NBA great. Maybe the GOAT, maybe not. Michael Jordan. He got married at age 50. Second wife model.
Oh, nice.
They got married in Florida. Great state of Florida. And then we go to Tuesday, or Wednesday, whatever day today is. Wednesday, where Connor McDavid did magic. He is the 6th fastest player in NHL history to get to 80 points in a season, which is goals and assists.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good list to be on. You got
All those
Lemieux, Yager,
names.
Gretzky, and McDavid.
Yeah, pretty big list. So he's going to be a star. I wish the Red Wings had him. We go to Bradley Beal, who had 16 40-point games in the last 2 seasons. That's his 16th. Well, the Wizards are not doing very well. They're 2-14 in those games.
Dude goes off and then they lose.
Yeah, that kind of sucks for him. We got a bunch of draft. There's something called the draft coming up in the next couple days.
Don't you dare, Fish. Don't you dare underplay this draft.
We start off with 2007. Jamarcus Russell went to the Oakland Raiders, first pick. Then we go to 2011. Cam Newton went to the Panthers. Goff went to the Rams. Now he's a Lion. And then Shaquem Griffin is the first one-handed player to be drafted in the NFL by the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, he's good, too. That's what's crazy. There's a one-handed basketball player right now that's getting a lot of love on social media.
One-handed?
One-handed, man. One arm. Damn. Yeah, not one-handed, one arm.
That's impressive.
Awesome. Yeah. Jim Abbott, hell of a pitcher from Michigan, was a one-arm pitcher too.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that might be an advantage for you because you just get one arm to just quickly shoot the ball up.
What?
It'd also be a massive disadvantage.
I mean,
You honestly think with one, like, the whole thing is, I'll fight you with one arm behind my back. I'll beat you with one arm behind, like, because it's a detriment.
That's all he knows.
No, that's true. He's more well-adjusted, but 2 arms is better than 1.
I don't know.
We got a birthday. It's a Red Wing, 1970, Nicholas Lidstrom.
Ah, nice.
So happy birthday to him. I'm assuming Maz will bring it up on the hook, and then D-Mac will tell him a story about how
the
good
perfect
Lidstrom
human
was.
being is what they call him. The perfect human being.
And he was perfect. And then finally, it is April 28th. Actually, April 28th. We have a wedding. Last week, we told you George Foreman got divorced. Now in 1982, he's getting married.
Nice.
Andrea Skeet.
Skeet.
He was a professional boxer. He was 33 when he got married.
Yeah. On the wedding night, she was Angela Skeet.
Water gun.
Water gun.
So those are the facts.
What's wrong, Corey?
Just a few highlights from the weekend, Monday, Tuesday. How was your weekend, by the way?
Our weekend? It's Wednesday, Fish.
Yeah, but I wasn't here yesterday. We didn't have the facts. Wasn't here on Monday.
Hey, Fish, Happy New Year to you, buddy.
So,
the weekend was pretty good. I had a nice weekend. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm going to maybe head up to my cabin.
Ooh, nice.
So if I can sneak out of here early on Friday, I may do that, Fish. And I know when you love that I leave before 7 o'clock.
I do like
How
that.
was your St. Patrick's Day, by the way?
St. Patrick's Day was good. New Year's a little weird, but, thanks for
Look,
catching
I know
up.
we on Monday get to tell you on the air how you guys' weekend was. I didn't get to do that, so.
Well, we know you were sick, so your weekend sucked.
My weekend was fine till Saturday night.
Okay.
And then it was, Sunday was okay, other than me getting sick, but it was, tried to power through it.
At least you had Dr. Pepper and cake.
Well, tried to. I didn't have any of it because I got sick. So
What kind of cake was it though?
Not the cake
it
we're
was
talking
it was good. It was a Pillsbury Oreo cake.
Ooh, Oreo anything. I'm sold.
Pillsbury Oreo.
Yeah.
I am a whore for Oreos.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. It was good. I bought him like that's gonna be my Anzac Day present, and of course it didn't happen. But
Damn. You know the weirdest thing? I do not like eating Oreos on its own. But Oreo anything?
what is your problem?
I love it. I don't really care for the cream.
Dude,
in the
I will
middle.
smash a whole sleeve of Oreos in like
Straight
3
with
seconds.
milk?
Oh, either way, but
I need the
preferably
milk.
with milk. Like, what's your dunk strategy, man? Like, I hold it in the milk till it just starts to crumble a little bit, and I'm like, all right, it's good.
Not put it in with the spoon and hold the spoon
Oh,
over it.
yeah, I can't do that, man.
You gotta
I need,
soak it.
I need to feel the density of the cookie.
Yep.
They've got milk dunking products if you want to go online and find some.
All right, we
Milk
can do
Dunkin' products.
Yeah,
all
like
right.
products to dunk your cookies.
that. All right, well, thank you.
So-
Is that your facts, Fish?
Those are the facts. We're gonna have draft facts on Thursday. Hopefully, there's some good ones out there.
Love
so
it, Fish.
I can't promise there'll be good ones, but I can promise there'll be draft-related facts. So
We appreciate it. Joe, you ready for Dumbass of the Day?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's do it.
To present the award,
It is Joey.
It is time.
Dumbass.
To the day.
Why would you do that? And the loser is...
So if quitting was a play, it would certainly be this one. And I'm a day late on this play, but he came out yesterday apologizing on this one. I'm talking about Kevin Love, and you did not see this on Monday night.
Just good hustle. What is Kevin Love
Like, dude looks like he's walking off. He just threw the ball. He literally threw a tantrum on the court and just abandoned ship.
Dude. Like, that was
the most effing play in the world.
That is,
What is
I
that?
came here to play with LeBron. He left years ago, and Cleveland effing sucks. I'm just going to toss this
why am I
ball.
still
That's
here?
the one reason why I do not hate Kyrie Irving for getting the hell out of Dodge and forcing that trade. He's like, I already know what his game is. He about to leave me in Cleveland high and dry. F that. I'm out.
Yeah, no, I'm out. That's Kevin Love. That's what happens when you live in Cleveland too long.
But don't worry, he came out and apologized yesterday, guys.
Yeah, what did he say?
They didn't really. They just said he came out and apologized to the team. It was some locker room thing. I
Oh.
didn't see quotes on it.
Okay.
Man, they need to apologize to him.
Dude,
I'm
who's
sorry
the
for
leader of
everything
that
I
team?
did.
What's that, Fish?
I couldn't believe that I did that. It's a mistake,
Yeah.
and I'll never do it again. I'll fix it.
Yeah, who's the leader
Go
of that
Cavs.
team that's going to check him in the locker room? Because if I was on that team and I was the captain, he would have gotten throat punched immediately.
They don't have
He's
who,
the elder-
Colin
he's
Sexton.
the-
They don't have
he's
anyone.
He's the elder statesman on that team.
That's even worse.
Hey, I mean.
Well, he definitely deserves dumbass of the day then.
He signed back for that check. Everybody knows that. He doesn't want to be in Cleveland. Just like, all right, they were stupid enough to acquire me, and now I'm going to go ahead and opt in and get all this bread.
He's like Blake in Detroit, 100%.
But
all
if you're
of a sudden,
cashing the check, play.
No, I think Kevin Love can still play. He's just in a bad situation. I don't think Blake Griffin can play.
Well, let's hit him with the official dumbass. You ready, Fish? Crank this.
Dumbass. You dumbass.
There it is. Thank you, Red Foreman. You guys have a great Wednesday. We are inching closer to the NFL draft. Don't forget, Del Mar, Greektown is where you need to be tomorrow night for our live draft party. Baligian and Bell is up next. And then, of course, The Hook from 3 to 5. Make sure you download our app. It's for free and available in Apple or Google Play stores. And thank you to everybody who commented, shared, liked, dropped stars, and let us know that you are a part of the show this morning. We appreciate you. Have a great Wednesday, Detroit.
241 days till Christmas.